Are you over 30 and you're looking to get fit? Well, I'm taking you on my journey before my wedding day. So I'm looking to lose around 3 to 4 kilos depending. These goals may change, but I'm going to be taking you through my journey so you can follow along, work out at your own pace and build something that you want. If you want to personalize your goals and you want me to help you, you can work with me by reaching out to me at NightsMT Fitness, and then we'll move on from there. But first of all, let's get started with your basal metabolic rate. Now what this is, we'll be talking about it a bit more, but this is how much energy and calories you burn during the day, so that even if you were in a coma, for example, this is the amount of calories that your body needs to work each day. Now the next part we're going to be going on is the TDEE. Now this is how much energy you will be working out with. So I'm going to be showing you a table so you can figure out whereabouts you land. Then we're going to be talking about how many calories you'll need based on what you're working out. So whether you need to be in a calorie surplus or a calorie deficit. Now we'll be talking a bit more about that in a little bit. The next part, we're going to be talking about examples of micronutrients and what you need and working it all out so that you can achieve what you want to achieve. Now you can pause this video at any point so you can work out your maths and follow me step by step so that you know exactly what you need to do and you can plan out your days exactly as you should. Now, just to say, these are all worked out on my own personal body, so I've also added the calculations, as you can see, for males, and also added the calculations for female. So the example is obviously, like I said, about me. So for a height of 178, adjust if necessary, BMR would be 10 times 80 plus the 6.25 times the height, 5 times 31 plus 5, and that will tell you everything. So 31 is the age, the height is the 178, and the weight is 80 kg. So that's the starting weight that I'm starting at. I'm looking to get to about 77, 76. We'll see, but then if I start feeling a little bit less energetic, I might then switch my plan into building muscle. So we'll go through that, and that is the amount of calories that I need. So I need 1,763 calories per day just to stay alive. Now the next part, like I said, we're going to be talking about is your total daily energy expenditure. So this is the following. I'm based it off the following: strength training sessions per week, I do 3. I play football 5 to 7 aside every week on a Wednesday, and I also try to do no less than 5,000 steps, and I always aim for my 10,000 steps. Generally it's about 8 to 10,000 steps, but I'm just using this example, so feel free to be honest with yourself and get the right things that you need to work this out. So I'm moderately active when it comes to that, so the number that we're going to be using is 1.55. The table that you need is over there, so sedentary, lightly active, moderately active, or very active. Now the very active is if you're an athlete, if you play sports all the time, then that is where you want to be. Other than that, really be honest with yourself so that you can get the right targets and we can achieve exactly what you want. So the following is your BMR, which we used earlier, times your activity level. So in this case, I need 2,733 calories per day. Now we're going to go into your goal-based calorie targets. So if you want fat loss, you want to be at a 20% deficit. Now this will allow you to burn a few more calories, and you're going to be able to, believe it or not, eat a little bit more than you probably thought. So 2,000 calories, 2,186 calories for me is what I'm expected to eat. If I want to maintain, that is what we've worked out before, the 2,733. And if I want to build muscle, then I need to be in a 15% surplus, and that is, as you can see, 3,143, which will be a lot easier to maintain if I wanted to build muscle, but I want to lose that little bit of belly fat before the wedding. I haven't been going to the gym for the last month, so that's obviously caused a little bit of belly fat buildup. And when I went yesterday, so yesterday was Monday, this video will be posted on a Friday, but I struggled a little bit because working out in the home gym, I don't have as much high weights as I normally did, so I had to start off a little bit basic, but that's not a problem because we all start and we all build up. I've kept my fitness up anyway, it's just a little bit of the strength that decreased. So this is your macronutrient distribution. So I'm aiming for high protein. Now high protein is required so that your muscles can heal and also maintains muscle growth. Now fat loss target, I've just shown you how much calories I need. Now we need 2 grams of protein per kilo of body weight to really, this is a high level, so you can go anywhere between 1.5 to 2 per kilo of body weight. 2 grams is really in a high level so that you can really maintain and build muscle. So now we're going to go 2 times 80, which is my body weight, and that's equals to 160. Now the 4 that you see there is just 4 calories per gram of protein, and I'll show you that at the end. So 1 gram for each kilogram of my fats. Now that is working out at 80 times 9, so 720 calories of fats. Now as you'll see, it's a 9, so there's 9 calories per gram of fat. Now carbs are the remaining calories, so we're adding all our calories, taking it away from the original number that we want, 826. You divide that by 4 because there's 4 calories per gram of carbs, so that's 206 grams of carbs. And like I said before, 1 gram of protein is 4 calories, 1 gram of fat is 9 calories, and 1 gram of carbs is 4 calories. So now you can really see why it's so easy to go over your calorie intake when you're eating fatty foods and takeaways, because you've got 9 calories per gram. So your body really doesn't need that much. So that's why you'll see I only need about 720 grams of fat. Now this can be got from avocados and healthy fats. So focusing, trying to stay away from those saturated fats and still pushing forward. So that is everything. So if you did need to go there and work out what you need, go ahead, work it out. And next we're going to be talking about is our meal plan. I really like to eat less gluten because it makes me a bit more bloated. So that's why I try to go free from on the gluten, but I'm lactose intolerant, so I stay away from the dairy. You'll find that I'll eat quite a lot of vegan food just because that is the way to make it easier. But for this plan, I've tried not to be too much vegan orientated, so you can get an idea. Now, that's a little bit of an explanation of why I've done this, which I've spoken about already. So here is a day. So it'll show you at the bottom, you can see the total calories, how much protein's been taken, how many fats have been taken, and how many carbs. And that's exactly what we calculated earlier. Now, what I recommend for this to do is to download MyFitnessPal, go and do a week or a couple of days eating whatever you normally eat and see how far off you are of this target, rather than trying to limit yourself. And then once you know where you're at and what you've been eating on a daily basis, then you can switch over and start trying to reduce it. And do not stay on MyFitnessPal forever. Just use it to get to where you want to be and then go ahead. And then after a few months, if you feel like your diet has slipped, then go back on MyFitnessPal, recalculate, and go ahead. I do tend to eat the same foods quite often, so you'll find that the calories won't really change and everything will stay the same. So you can see that for breakfast we can have 3 eggs, 2 slices of toast, some avocado, spinach and olive oil, and that is going to give us 510 calories, 23 grams of protein, 34 grams of fat and 26 grams of carbs. I'm going to let you read the rest so you can pause it over if you want to. I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm not going to keep going ahead about each meal, so you can go and check it out, and so you can read it and let me know what you think in the comments if you think anything should be changed. So now we're going to be talking about our session plan. Now I'm going to be working out 3 times a week, so I've split it into full body workouts, so you'll be able to see exactly the way that I work out. And then also on the Wednesday, like I've spoken about, we've got football, so that's a little bit of more cardio. Now cardio can even be included in your 10,000 steps. I haven't added them to this, but you can try and achieve your 10,000 steps per day to keep your body ticking and to keep active. Active rest is quite important. So on your, for example, I'm working out Monday, Wednesday, Friday, so you can use your Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday and Sunday to go out for a walk and still enjoy yourself. At the minute in the UK it's beautiful weather. I don't know by the time this video is out if it will be beautiful weather, so go out there and enjoy the weather. When you're out on holiday, do all the walking that you can and really get yourself into that mindset. So now you can see, so like I've already explained, so there's no need to go through that again. Workout A is compound lifts with moderate reps. So the session is 5 to 10 minutes of warm up. Now this is important to get your heart knowing that you're going to work out, so your heart will start going up. So this is a pulse raiser. I normally go on the treadmill for 3 to 5 minutes at one incline, around 6 to 7 speed, and just go ahead and just keep it going, just getting nice and warm. Then after that, I'll then go and do some dynamic stretches, which is mainly planned to around what the session is. So if it's a full body session, as this is, we're going to be doing some half squats, we're going to be doing some forward lunges, all body weight, just really getting our body ready for the workout. Then for your chest, you can do ins and outs to really stretch out your chest and your back to get ready for the workout. Now you can see that I've gone for a barbell back squat, 4 sets, 6 to 8. Now if you're going for the 6, then really be pushing yourself at a heavier weight, and then next week you can then do the 8 reps if you can with that same weight, and then go back to putting the weight up and reducing the reps. So that's how you're going to get your progressive overload, and that is our first day. And the cool down is also important, so I like to do about 10 to 15 minutes of a cool down, and that'll just help my my heart rate come down. And once my heart rate starts to come down, then I can do some stretches and really ease that lactic acid out of the muscles to reduce soreness on the next day. Now I've also got a video out already for a 15-minute daily stretch. Now I always do this on the night just to keep my body nice and loose just before I go to bed and relax. So if you want to watch that, I'm going to tag the video right here, and you can watch it at the end of this video. There's not much long left on this video, so you can go and check that out straight after. That's the workout done. Now we're getting some protein in to refuel and keep us going for the rest of the day. So keep watching this video to find out more. Now day 2 is my football day. I've got football coming up after, so I've tried to keep it a little bit moderate in the middle. It is a barbell deadlift, so I am going quite heavy with that first part, 5 to 6 reps. So like I said, if you're going for the 5, really go quite as heavy as you can to do just about 5 reps 4 times, so 20 reps in total. And then the week after, go for the 24 reps. And as for a plan, you should never really have more than 6 to 8 exercises per session. Okay, so other than that, now we're going on to our day 3, which is our power and volume. So this is where we're going to build our explosivity. That's why we've got things such as box jumps, kettlebell squats. Now when we're going to go down, we're going to explode up. The same thing with the box jumps. We're going to go dip down and really explode up. We're going to be doing more dumbbell exercises so we can get the even muscle growth, and also we're going to be doing some barbell hip thrusts, and we're going heavy on that, so our glutes will be painful for the next few days after that. Finishing off with a HIIT circuit. I didn't put the exercises because I do like to vary these, but it can be things such as push-ups, pull-ups, anything that you can think of. You can do a little circuit. I like to build about 4 to 5 different exercises generally. I know I've put 3 to 4, but that's just for if you want to start as a beginner. I like to go for 4 to 5, go around it each one, so you can do anything that you want. Feel free to plan, but like I said, if you do want a proper plan, then reach out to me and we can sort that out. And then have 1 minute rest between each exercise. But there you go, there's pretty much our full session. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. This video was a bit more educational based. Next time I'll be probably putting a few more clips of me in the gym, so in the next 2 weeks that will be coming out. I'm looking to do another video next week talking a bit about insulin and why controlling the insulin is really going to help you keep that pounds off and keep that nice shape. So if you've enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you all next week. Bye bye.